This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Carbonite Online Backup. Start your free trial at Carbonite.com with the offer code Destructoid and get 2 bonus months if you decide to purchase.
Coming up on Destructoid, you asked for it, we do. And games that teach you music that sounds like educational learning, if you ask me. All this and more coming up on Destructoid.
Welcome everyone to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville.
Thank you guys for tuning in to our chat room last night. We were going to be there from 6 to 8, and then we had so much fun we ended up staying for an extra hour. So if the show sucks,
it was a lot of fun.
It's your fault.
Yep, we blame you.
Yeah. I also wanted to plug these awesome new Minecraft pins that I got. Maybe we can zoom in on them somehow. These were given to me by Hamza, and they were given to Hamza by Fangamer.net, which had a little booth at PAX. They knew I was a fan of Minecraft, so they gave it to us, and it's awesome. And I don't think they have them up on the website anymore. I couldn't find them. Yeah. I can't believe I've never heard that joke before.
So go buy some pins.
Yeah, go do that, because they're awesome.
They got piggies and
stuff.
dynamites and creepers and stuff.
Yeah. Let's get on to the news, though, for today. Well, first piece of news isn't really news. I just wanted to make sure that before everyone does anything today, that you go watch Batman Arkham City gameplay trailer that got released yesterday right now, because holy shit.
Go watch the Batman.
It's awesome. IGN had the exclusive on the trailer, and I have to say this might be the first time I've actually preferred in-game footage to a cinematic trailer. They talked a little bit about the role that the Riddler is going to play in the game, problem-solving and critical thinking skills to get. Most of the thinking that I do is non-critical, so I concert or some other analogy that makes sense.
Tara Long at a Justin Bieber concert.
How did you know?
Yeah. So you guys remember Prey, that game where you fought aliens and you were also like a Native American guy? Come back. First, G4 dropped this crazy teaser, which is like Cloverfield on an airplane. The dude who's annoying and holding the camera and pissing off his girlfriend and the flight attendants is filming a federal air marshal making an arrest, and then the airplane gets abducted by aliens. Doesn't show anything of the game itself, but Kotaku managed to scrounge up some so-called inside info about the gameplay, assuming it's true. So while a few other sites are saying that players will reprise the role of Tommy the Cherokee, Kotaku's secret informant claims alien spaceship from the first game, fighting aliens, and then the game fast forwards and suddenly you're the only human bounty hunter on an alien planet, and the game's going to be open world and you'll go hunting for aliens. So it seems like the hunted has become the hunter.
I really hope that game is better than Cloverfield the movie, because seriously, I'm still pissed I paid money
I liked
for that.
how that came out during the writer.
A new game that claims to teach you how to play real guitar. It uses an adapter that hooks up to your electric guitar from your 360 or PS3, and if you don't have a guitar, then don't worry, because they're talking to Gibson right now about releasing some kind of guitar game bundle that might retail for around $200, which is a pretty decent deal. This is part of the new series that Ubisoft calls Gaming with Benefits. Basically games that teach you real-life skills like learning a language or how to dance. Not nearly as exciting as you thought, right? I know. The Senior VP of Marketing at Ubisoft, Tony Key, said consumers can expect a lot more of these types of games in the future. I want to know what you guys think. Do you like these types of games? I think they're good. I feel compelled to tell you about Rock Prodigy, which is an iOS app that does this exact same thing, but has been out on the market for weeks now. I demoed it at GDC last week and I came away really impressed. It's a free app. Each song is around $2 or $3, which is cheaper than sheet music mostly, and it can detect very small frequencies in pitch, so it knows when you're playing the right note. And it also has an autoplay feature, so if you trip up on a certain part, it'll pause until you get it right. You can read my preview of that game on Destructoid.com later today, hopefully tomorrow at the latest. But seriously, it's pretty cool.
Rock music.
I've been wanting to learn guitar.
Rock and roll music. When has rock and roll music ever been cool, Tara? It's all about the adult maybe? Contemporary. I think we all know that the big game news yesterday was Brink, which is a game that's been on the gaming world's collective radar for some time now. I remember seeing the first E3 teaser like way back when I was working as an intern for another gaming show back in the summer of 2009. The game is a first-person shooter that focuses heavily on using parkour-style movement, or as I like to call it, jumping around like a dang spider monkey. There are two factions, security and resistance, live on in the middle of the ocean. It's an arc. When I first saw this, I wasn't much impressed by the look of it. It looked like Army of Two trying to be Mirror's Edge or vice versa, but the new trailer shows off some actual gameplay and the variety of character classes and customization, and it kind of looks like Team Fortress meets Borderlands. So cartoony and fun, and you can make a really cool outfit for your dude. Probably rollerblading, but different Brink.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the exact thing I saw. I thought when I first saw it. You know, I had a huge crush on the guy in that movie growing up. He was coincidentally also in The Princess Diaries, but they did not bring him back for the sequel, which was also fantastic.
Tara.
I'm gonna have to read an ad, aren't I? You're gonna have a computer disaster. Maybe your computer will crash or get stolen or die in a house fire. But if you have Carbonite Online Backup, your files will be backed up automatically and safely off-site, so it'll be easy to get them back. You can access your backed up files remotely from any computer or from your iPhone or BlackBerry with a free Carbonite app. Carbonite just costs $55 a year for unlimited backup for your PC or Mac, but when you use the offer code Destructoid to start your free 15-day trial, you can get 2 months free if you choose to buy. All the details are at Carbonite.com, and remember to use the offer code Destructoid to get 2 months free with your purchase. What a great deal. Seriously terrific. 14 months for the price of 12. Actually, 14 and a half.
So Tara, I have a dirty little confession to make.
Are you the one who drew all those pornographic sketches in the bathroom?
No, that was Hamza. I have to confess that I just beat Portal the night before last.
Really? Took you that long?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like it's the game you're supposed to play, and all my friends are like, "It's a great game, you got to play it." But every time some friend was trying to get me to play it, I had like an eye infection or I was really drunk or something.
Excuses.
I'm sorry, but like I mean, I'm a Redditor, and people are always putting up pictures on there of like Portal-themed. J.K. Simmons being on board for the sequel was the last straw. So I finally did it. I sat down and played the whole thing, and it looks awesome. And now I'm officially stoked for Portal 2. And good news, there's some great leaked footage that came from PAX, and it looks awesome. As we all know, the first Portal was set in Aperture Labs, and it's a sterile lab ground. Portal 2 is in the same lab, except it's hundreds of years in the future, and everything's gone to shit. And it's bouncy and trampoline-like and orange goo, which makes them super slippery, and apparently also reflective cubes that make for more interesting laser puzzles. The gameplay footage, which is actually really funny. We can hear J.K. Simmons voicing Cave Johnson, the crazy leader of Aperture Labs. And Portal 2 is coming to PC, Mac, Xbox, and PS3 in North America on April 18th. And our Aussie pals down under will have to wait until the 21st. And the Europeans will get a day after that. So if you're dumb like me and haven't played the first Portal game, please go play it and play it until you get a headache or barf or both.
Yeah.
Do it.
Seriously.
It's awesome.
Okay, so last night in the chat, you guys said that you wanted us to talk about some of the indie game news that came out of PAX. So here it is. You guys ask, we deliver. First up, there's Fez, which Jonathan Holmes made no secret of having a raging boner for after playing it last week. It also won the IGF Award for Visual Excellence in Art in 2008, and it was expected for an XBLA release in 2010, but then it got postponed. One of the main gameplay mechanics is a 2D to 3D shift, sort of like in Paper Mario, and it also features optical illusions, which will probably make your head hurt, but in a good way. Jonathan Holmes described it as making you feel like you are actively being cuddled by a giant one-eyed kitten. It's weird. You don't know exactly what's going on or what it's going to do, but god damn it, you can't help but love it. You can check out his full 10-minute interview, which is pretty much 10 minutes of quotes like that, with one of the creators, Phil Fish, over on Destructoid.com. I saw Fez at PAX last year, and I have to say it was adorable. He's right. Everything he says is true.
Well, one indie title that I have a wicked independent boner for is Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP. I don't know much about the game. Sword and Sorcery is an adventure game for iOS that relies on device orientation during gameplay. So if you hold your phone horizontally, you can casually explore the world, and then you flip it upright when it's time to fight dudes. The reason I'm really most excited for this is it looks amazing. It looks like the old LucasArts point-and-click titles crossed with Delphine's games like Out of This World or Flashback. So there's that. Another game I think everyone should check out immediately. I don't know if it was a PAX or not, I don't care, it's independent, is Button. Button stands for Brutally Unfair Tactics Totally Okay Now, and it's a party game for 2 to 8 players. This game is ridiculous. Basically, everyone puts down their controller, and the game says, you know, take 5 steps back, and then it given this round. Oh, and by the way, you got to run in slow motion. How does the game know that everyone's playing by the rules and running in slow motion, and you know the first person is pushing the right button? It doesn't know that. It just tells you to do things, and whether or not you actually do them fairly and not by cheating, that's why it's not going to disqualify you for anything. So you can pick it up on XBLA for 80 Microsoft points, and it's also available for Windows for $3. You can get it on Steam, or you can go to brutallyunfairtactics.com and pick up a version that has special adult features.
We Dare should have been really.
Agreed, yeah.
We should get that for our next live stream.
I think I'm going to pick that up when we get home, and we need to play the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's good. So you guys might have heard some rumors, but today it's someone's birthday. Not mine. Mine was last month.
No one cares about your birthday. This is a special birthday for
Yeah,
someone wonderful.
Today is actually it's also our founder, Nero Gonzalez's birthday, so happy birthday to you. We actually have a special guest with us. Would you mind coming in?
Get your shiny metal ass out here.
Missus.
All right.
Look who it is.
It's Mr. Destructoid.
How you doing back there? Let's go over here. Okay.
Yeah. So.
My, you've gotten quite hairy, Mr. Destructoid.
He's quite hirsute for a robot.
And handsy, too.
So, Mr. Destructoid, Retro City Rampage, the awesome upcoming indie title, is going to have this fine gentleman in it. Not only as a character, but as a mission. There's going to be a Destructoid mission. I don't even know what that's going to involve. There's still a lot of stuff being kept under wraps about that game, but I want to play it. I think that looks really kick-ass. It's like GTA. Crazy Destructoid shirt with Squid Bear on it, maybe? Well, take yourself a gander at this. So we've been talking to they're gonna throw an image of the shirt up.
Okay. I was confused.
My voguing. No, but seriously, this is the shirt design that I drew up. We've been talking to t-shirt printing people about that, and as soon as we have it available for purchase or an actual shirt to show off on the show, I will show that to you.
You guys will be the first to know.
But happy 5 years old, you know, Destructoid, 5 years old, still wet in the bed. Cheers.
Bro of this show.
Yep.
Oh dear God, the thought.
Yep.
Okay.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
We're doing what now?
Full of inappropriate children.
Those are the best kind.
Animaniacs. Superman. I don't know. Gwen Stefani. Oh.
Cool lighting glasses, bro.
Okay, so Batman.
Hey, it's the W Hotel.
The W
I was there
Hotel.
last week.
And a blimp. And spotlights. Oh, good lord. Yeah.
Gibbs.
Gotham City, #1 green city in the U.S. Arkham City. Okay.
Who uses blimps anymore?
A lot of violence and punching and helicopters and.
Two-Face is my favorite Batman character. Can I just say that?
Yeah, I like Catwoman's cleavage the best. And,
yeah.
There's Batman.
I like Batman's cleavage.
Swear to me, where are the drugs? Who has a license? I have a sore throat. Okay, so a lot of, yeah.
Is he in a prison yard? Where is he?
He's in Arkham City. They decided to turn criminals, and he's going to do that.
He had better
Take that, insane clown posse.
Oh, Harley Quinn.
Oh, damn. Okay. And there's some kick and punching, and the bat flips. Biff, zaff, kaplaff, Krazan. Oh, yeah. Tell me you love me, Batman. Shut up, Selena. I love Robin. And some more diving.
Where is Robin?
Yeah, Robin's not in this. He's I don't know. He's over in that other city pretending he's in Nightwing.
Stop with all the blimps!
Dear God. Is that helicopter ever gonna land? Batman! Arkham City!
Arkham City.
For the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And something at risk.
Everyone gets steak.
All in. October 18th. You're gonna have a long Halloween, aren't you?
I'm not gonna pre-order that game.
This game gives me a long Halloweener. There we go.
He's back. He looks quite gangly.
Why so curious, Batman?
Dude
Ew.
needs a facelift.
Let's put a smile on that face.